Good morning and happy Monday, followers. This is your old boy Johnny, and in today's video, I figured in the spirit of Marketing Monday, I would show you guys how to do a web audit. I got this guy here for homestead remodeling down in San Mateo, and he's agreed to let me go ahead and live audit his site. Looking at it, it's pretty sound, pretty basic little build, but it's in pretty good shape. He's got his H1 tag here. His links are all working and active. He's got his H2s here, bathroom remodeling, kitchen remodeling, interior exterior painting, home flooring installation, window replacement, home additions, accessory dwelling units. So yeah, his keywords are on point. His links internally, his internal linking is good. His H tags are good. I'm going to go ahead and dig in a little bit more to see how things look on the big picture. I went ahead and ran him through Agency Analytics. This one is a paid tool. This is not one of the free ones. But since I'm an agency, I get to use all the good toys. If you ever want me to run yours, just let me know and I'll be happy to hook you up. So this is the site Auditor. I already took a look at this. It looks like there's all these errors, right? Oh no. I went ahead and reviewed them, and it's flagging basically the confirmation page. So after someone goes through and fills out this form and hits submit, a little page pops up saying, "Thank you for contacting us, someone will reach out to you shortly." So that really doesn't need to be SEO'd. There's no need for an H tag or a meta tag or keyword research or additional content for a quick confirmation page. So my tool is just picking up that. All these errors, yeah, low content, it's a confirmation page. H1 tag, no need, no need, no need, no need. So I'm not worried about any of that. Everything else is passing, everything looks good. The pages that matter are in good shape. So moving on from that, let's take a look at the other attributes here. He's got a couple decent keywords ranking, and a lot more in the 20s, which is pretty normal. His trust flow is a 15, citation flow is the 32. I generally like to see a 1-to-1 ratio here. So I'd like to bump up his trust flow and find out why it's lagging behind the citation flow. To do that, I'm going to take a look at his backlinking profile. So I can see what links have been added and deleted recently. This backlinking is like building a fire. If you want to keep the fire right where you want it, you got to keep adding links. Otherwise, they'll drop off faster than you build them. And it looks like he's dropping off faster than he's building them for the most part. But I want to see the links themselves and find out what the trust flow is on each individual link. Like this one's a blog. That's a good backlink. It's a 16 trust flow. That's not bad. I like to see them in the 20s, but I'll take it. These single digit ones, not very good, but this is American Biz Listing. So this is a citation directory. Remember, we covered citations in the last video. Citations don't give you a whole lot of trust, but they're good for establishing your presence. It helps Google to feel better about authenticating the fact that you are who you say you are. Your name, address, and phone number are consistent across everything, and it also is a way of pulling sources from other directories. You can have calls coming in from complete local listings, yellow pages, let me see, any more here? Popular biz listings, rainbow local listings, maybe that's a local guy. All these can channel leads to your website, kind of like how a bunch of small creeks and tributaries feed a river. It's the same process, really, at a macro scale. So in fact, if someone was inclined, they could actually build backlinks, good backlinks like this one, this 16 up here, in a blog, and hyperlink it to the citation directory to push traffic through the citation directory to the GMB profile, thus boosting the traffic of the GMB. This boosts the ranking of the GMB, and a higher ranking of the GMB, the more calls and the more sales you get. So that's kind of the process here. But anyway, back to the topic at hand, trust flow. This trust flow is basically domain authority. Each tool has their own word for it, but that's what we're looking at, your page's authority. 15 is decent. I like to see it above 20. 30 is good. 40 is hot. 50 is wow. So for local businesses like remodelers, that's about the range. So I'd like to get this in the 20s and 30s. 15, I can work with that. As I go through these listings, I can see how many singles there are. So he's got a decent number of backlinks, but they're not very good backlinks. I'm guessing he was with an SEO guy who probably outsourced things to Fiverr or Upwork or something and bought 300 backlinks for $20 and got like a whole bunch of garbage. So don't do that. That's a rookie mistake. So yeah, I think I see the problem here. He's just got a bunch of garbage backlinks. He needs good backlinks. There's a delicate balance. You do want a good quantity of backlinks so that you can cover more anchor text, which should correlate with your keywords, which, you know, just like our H1s through 3s, we could anchor this as well. In fact, I could backlink using this as the anchor text right here, which is the word that's hyperlinked back to the site. And I could take this blog and let's say I wanted to anchor it kitchen remodeling. I could send that hyperlink right to the kitchen remodeling page and build authority on this page also. I could build authority on all of these pages by hyperlinking back to these individual pages using these keywords as the anchor text in the backlink. Hope I didn't lose you there. That gets a little... I just realized how techie that sounds. If you have questions, hit me up in the comments. I'd be happy to explain and break it down a little better. But yeah, another thing I see here, look at the anchor text as we go down here. It's all branded. Homestead remodeling, homestead remodeling. Oh, that's a good one. Accessory dwelling unit construction, San Mateo, California. And it's a 16. I like that one. We need more of that though. Oh, there's another one. 20. Accessory dwelling unit. I'm betting he's ranking pretty decent for that then. Bathroom remodeling, that's a 30. That's a keeper. Nothing there. Okay. That's not great. Homestead remodeling, homestead remodeling, homestead remodeling, homestead remodeling. Oh, that's okay, I guess. Oh yeah, that's just a business directory listing, so it is what it is. So yeah, as I go through these, I'm seeing he doesn't have a lot of variation in his anchor text. A ton of it is just branded homestead remodeling. So that's another thing to look at. So he needs more good backlinks. Backlinks in the 20 plus range. And he also needs to diversify the anchor text on those backlinks to correlate with the H1 through 3 tags. These are all H1 tags on all the service pages. Each page is going to start with that, and that's the H1. So by including these H1 keywords in the anchor text of the backlinks, we can start sending authority for those search terms so he can start ranking for those search terms. And if we get him on some blogs or some sites that have authority in the 20 plus range instead of the single digits here, that'll give more link juice to put more oomph behind those links and help those anchor texts move along a little better. So in this site audit, I also ran a local citation directory listing finder. I typed in home remodeling contractor in San Mateo because that is the top H1 tag on his home page. So I figured if he's not ranking for that, who is? So I ran these guys also. For some reason, this tool only detected 11 citations for our guy here, whereas the top two were getting 27 and 18. So they're not far off. We're not far behind. However, as you've noticed, he does definitely have more than 18 citations. These biz directory, local biz directory, the USA biz directory, top 100 biz listings, these are all directories. So this tool is not 100%. It helps to cross-reference your tools to make sure that you're seeing everything. There's a lot of citations here that this tool is not picking up. It's a free tool, so I can't fault it. That being the case, yeah, I looked at some of these. There's a couple backlinks in here that do have diversity, but there's like no authority on them. Like, I think this was the one. I went ahead and opened it up and found it. Yeah, here's the backlink right here. That's the anchor text. Someone basically has a forum or a blog, and they left the comment section open, so everyone jumped in there and dropped their backlinks. And Auto Glass Plays, Royal Flush Septic Services, a garage door guy up in Santa Rosa. Hey, he's local. And Homestead Remodeling, here he is. Yeah, so you can basically, on some of these, just add to the comments and leave your business URL, and it'll link back to your homepage. That's a backlink. See how that worked? So these are a dime a dozen, but as you can tell, they're kind of junk because they have no trust flow. It's just a comment and a thread. Not exactly brimming with confidence on that one. It's not like a detailed blog that goes in depth and shows authority and conveys images and alt attributes and geotagging and all the great stuff you can do with a well-written blog. So we'll get into blogging in maybe my next video, but that's the gist of it. That's our quick and easy site audit. We looked at the tagging, we looked at the links, we looked at everything else. Oh, he's got YouTube on there too. That's good. Google loves Google, and Google owns YouTube. So when you put YouTube links on your page, Google gets all happy. So yeah, his tagging, his internal linking, all that stuff checks out. I ran an audit through my tool here, and everything checks out as well. The only real thing I see holding him back is his trust flow's a bit lower than his competition. And despite the fact that he has a lot of links, those links are not very good. So my plan of action for this guy is to do some SEO and see if we can boost his authority across more search terms. And also, one last thing I'm going to look at is his Google Search Console profile. He has Google Analytics and Google Search Console, sorry. And that gives us a lot of information. I can see how many people clicked on his site, how many people have seen his site, and the average position his site occupies. 50. That's kind of trash. However, I can also see what he's ranking for and how he's ranking for it. Like, remember we saw accessory dwelling unit construction San Mateo in the backlinks a few times? And those had 20 trust flow on those links? He's number 1 for that search term. So that's most likely where he's getting most of his traffic for accessory dwelling units in the area. And exterior remodel, garage remodeling, home remodeling Hillsboro, Homestead Cabinetry, Homestead Construction, Homestead Oakland. Yeah, all the branded stuff he's definitely hitting. He's got branding out the yin-yang. Then he starts dropping off. And he hasn't even touched on anything revolving around remodeling. Home remodeling San Mateo, the first remodeling search term listed, and he's number 11 for that. So yeah, we want to get the kitchen remodeling contractor, bathroom remodeling, things like that, from the 14s up to the top 3. That will really push his traffic up and start getting him some calls.